we are actually a mixed bag of everything. So we come in between R&D and GCS. So there are situations wherein we have to develop our own utilities. We have to work on a lot of Java. So right now even I'm
Hmm.
working on a Java code, Java coding. So I'm working
Hmm.
on Informatica's product development.
Hello everyone. Today we have with us my friend Vinith, and today he is here with us to share with us his intro experience with Informatica. Hi Vinith.
Hi Shashank.
So yeah, let's start with your introduction.
I've been with Informatica from nearly 2 years. So I joined Informatica in Jan 2020, and I joined as an intern, and now I'm a full-time employee from 2020 August. So it's been a great journey with Informatica, and it's actually pretty exciting to work here. Before jumping onto the interview process, let me just give you a brief of Informatica, what it does, and what products they have. So Informatica is actually a US-based company. So there are around 3,500 to 4,000 employees worldwide. They in India they have three offices: Bangalore, Chennai, and Hyderabad. They also have a sales office in Mumbai. So the major of the workforce work at the Bangalore office. Informatica majorly deals with data management. So before 2015, it was called as an ETL company in general. But from 2015, innovation kicked in, and then we had many new products on data management and stuff. So from the second year itself, I was very much into data and data science. So this excited me to choose Informatica. So starting with how the interview process was. So first we had an online round. So it was supposed to be an online round, and then due to some technical glitches, we had to take an offline round too. So the first after the first round, around 100 students were shortlisted, and for the first round, and then from the first round, only 20 were taken for the interviews. So totally, we had 5 rounds of interviews, wherein three were technical, one was managerial, and then the final one was HR. And there was also a surprise round at the initial stage before the first round of interview. So that was just essay, um, and then and this is actually pretty important because each and every interviewer had read your essay to know where you stand and to know what's going on in your head. Yeah.
Hmm.
So it was actually an offline interview. So hopefully before Corona, I was able to make it up. And in the offline interview, I think I had a pretty good experience. Everyone were kind enough to give me good amount of time to think and then answer.
So how was the pattern of questions or difficulty in each of the interview rounds?
Yeah. Starting off with the first round, I think we had many questions on Unix, DBMS, and then some on DSA, and also some on networking. So majorly Informatica concentrates on DBMS, Unix, and OS. So these are three important subjects which you have to be prepared for any kind of question. So even in the first round, that is the elimination round, we had many questions on this, and even in the technical interviews, I had these questions. Starting with the first technical round, it was mostly on DBMS and Unix. The second round was majorly on Java, and the third round was mixed of DBMS and also DSA. So after these three technical interviews, I had a managerial round wherein your hiring manager asks few logical questions, not completely technical, but it's a mixture of technical and also non-technical questions, sometimes logical questions. After this, they assess you if you are really fit for this team which he is hiring for. And then in the final round, HR tests if you're really fit for the company. So this is how my
Okay.
5 rounds went.
Okay. Yeah. So we can move on to some commonly asked questions. Does CGPA matter for Informatica?
CGPA, it used to matter for seniors for it was around 8 CGPA, but now they've reduced it to around 6.5 CGPA. So other than CGPA, they also did not ask for any 10th or 12th minimum marks. So I think it was pretty easy for everyone to give the first round.
Okay. So how was the DSA questions? Like, is competitive programming required or standard DSA is enough?
I think standard DSA is enough for Informatica IPS role. So I actually forgot to mention about the role which I'm in. So I work for the IPS department. If you want to know much about IPS department, so Informatica basically has graduates for three different departments. One is for their R&D department, and second is for IPS, and third is for GCS. The IPS stands for Informatica Professional Services, and then GCS stands for Global Customer Support. So for BVB or KLE Tech, it comes for IPS department. So it's actually pretty difficult to explain what work we do. We are actually a mixed bag of everything. So we come in between R&D and GCS. So there are situations wherein we have to develop our own utilities. We have to work on a lot of Java. So right now even I'm
Mm.
working on a Java coding. So I'm working
Mhm.
on Informatica's product development. And also there are
Mm.
situations wherein I have to speak with customers saying this is the problem with the product. So these are the resolutions that you may have to consider. So yeah,
Mm.
it's a mixed bag of everything. So I think if you if you don't like to sit at a corner and work, and if you also like to speak with people and socialize, then I think this is the perfect job. Coming back to your question on DSA, so is competitive programming required? For my batch, I had no any questions on competitive programming. It was basic DSA, the basic structures like queues, linked lists, hash maps, and stuff. So there was no any Kadani's algorithm or any hi-fi stuff that was asked. But yeah, I think DSA is required, and right now also, once I switched back to the professional life, I am using DSA in my everyday life to code programs to uh, to convert the designs into my Java implementation.
So when it comes to interviews, like what all factors come into play? Like, is it just about solving the questions or answering the questions, or we other soft skills are also taken into factor?
I think it's a pretty known thing that not just technical knowledge is enough to clear an interview. Soft
Mm.
skills are also equally important. I think that was a very good point from my side. So I was able to speak confidently and then have a smile on my face throughout the day. I think that actually helped to create a good to good create a good environment. Because if you smile, the other person smiles too, and then you have a small connect, and then your conversation keeps going. So I think soft skills are equally important as technical skills, because technical skills everyone can easily get it, but soft skills are something that you have to practice.
Do you have any suggestions for candidates for before the interview? Let's say if 1 week is there.
Uh, I think if you're planning to join Informatica, you have to start preparing from almost 1 or 2 months. Rigorous preparation is required for these subjects, which I said before, which is Unix, OS, DBMS, and DSA. So you have to be ready for any questions. So uh, in last 1 week, I don't think you'll be able to touch any new concepts. So start brushing up the concepts which you've already learned, and also you can just go through Geeks for Geeks or any other website that matters to look for some interview questions on these topics. Um, Other than this, I think confidence is the key to success in every interview. The more confident you are, even though you're answering it wrong, the more confident you are, the better your interview goes.
So any other suggestions or pro tips or key learnings that you want to share?
Yeah, I have a list of pro tips. Pro tip number one would be you'll have all the 5 rounds of the interview on the same day, so it'll be very hectic for you. But the interview process are too long, so be patient and have a smile on your face throughout your day. And be confident, and then be honest, because if you're not being honest, I think HR will easily catch you, and then you are into big trouble later on.
Mm.
uh, the the fourth tip would be prepared for some basic Unix command to execute then and there. So I was asked few questions on Docker. So I worked on Dockers a lot. So even the interviewer worked on Docker. So that's how I was then and there asked to uh, put some Docker commands, and then pull some new Docker containers and stuff. So other than that, my fifth pro tip would be never say I don't know to the question. Even though you have no idea about it, at least try to answer. Let's say you have some question saying that, can you store an image in DBMS, or can you store an image in RDBMS, I mean, in SQL. So instead of directly saying, I don't know, at least try to relate something. So if you know that pixel ranges from 0 to 255, try saying that, uh, I know that pixels range from 0 to 255. So if I have a table which is 256 cross 256, then I can try to fill in these tables with pixel values. So something which you know you and which you can relate to, try answering it instead of directly saying I don't know. It actually reflects a good positive attitude that you have, and also it shows that you have interest towards answering the questions. Other than this, I think it's important for you to dress well. So I was having an offline interview, so be formal and try to have a good attire, uh, and cheer up. Even though your previous interview round might have not gone well, make sure that you forget everything and then you're prepared for the next round of interview. So the reason why I'm trying to stress on this point is, one of my technical rounds did not go well actually. So we had an argument with the interviewer. So it was actually a funny argument, but that was not supposed to happen. So I was disappointed a lot. But for the next round, if you cheer up and then if you're able to cope up with things, I think that will be a very good plus point on your side. So another pro tip would be, have some questions to ask to the interviewer. So this is one thing which usually students don't ask or tend to forget. After every interview round, interview usually asks you, "Do you have any questions for me?" So when they ask you, at least have 5 questions because you have 5 rounds of interviews. To give an example, you can ask, "How's the work-life balance at Informatica like?" So this is one good question which you can ask. Or at the HR round, I was asking, uh, uh, if an employee is interested to go to higher studies, do we have any support programs from the company side? So this is an example question which you can ask. What is the benefit of asking? So I think if you ask questions back to the interviewers know that, okay, he's interested in our company, that's why he's asking more questions. uh, and if you show them that you are interested towards the company, that's the best thing that the interviewer needs, right? Yeah.
Yeah. After Informatica, did you attend any other companies?
Yeah. After Informatica, so at Kalitech, we have a policy wherein if you have to attend a company, then its salary should be 1.5 times the salary of your previous company. So, uh, so that was actually a deciding factor. So I had to choose if I have to go to Informatica. After choosing Informatica, it was difficult because for other companies, the salary should be 1.5 times. Other than this, I think I tried actually for joining Indian Navy, but I was rejected in the final round. That is the 18th round. It's a whole different story.
Oh,
You can take a separate series on that.
yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
So before choosing any company, make sure that you are well aware of the fact that you will be blocked with Informatica or any other company, and make sure you speak with your placement officer, uh, that am I eligible to attend new companies which are less than 1.5 times. Yeah. So think twice before.
Right.
The best thing would be speak with your seniors. That's how I got into Informatica. Yeah, keep that in mind. For each and every
Right.
company that comes in. That's all from my side on the pro tips.
Okay. So, what do you have to say about roll of luck?
Role of luck. I think it's a subject matter. So I think the most important thing that you have to do is connect with the interviewer. So with all my 3 technical rounds, I was able to connect with one thing which they are proficient with. So the first round, I was working with DGX servers. So recently, when I was taking the interview, I was working on NVIDIA DGX, which was almost a 1 crore worth system, which was brought to KLE Tech. And then I was actually a system admin, just to help with and uh, to maintain the system so that it doesn't crash or it is not corrupted by students. So and so this actually helped me to connect with the first interview. So even he was working on some servers to configure some servers and to set up some bash profiles and stuff. So that is one plus point. And uh, the
Okay.
second interviewer, I think this is where I think the luck mattered to me. This is not. This was a complete coincidence. So before the interview, Informatica's interview, I used to go to play badminton evening around 5 to 6, 5 to 7 sometimes. I thought I was wasting time, but in the second round of interview, I was able to connect with the interview because the second interview was a badminton freak. So we were able to connect, and then we spoke a little about badminton too. And he told me that in at Informatica we book a badminton coach, 7 managers, directors, everyone comes to play with us. So yeah, luck mattered to me. Yeah, I think whatever you try to do, try to connect with it, and then I think it'll go good.
Right. So on some level, like we have the power to control how much luck will be in favor of us.
Yes, yes, true, very true.
Right. Okay. So what suggestions do you have for regarding mindset, like how we can overcome nervousness and be more confident in an interview?
Yes, I think this is one point which every student has to work on before directly going and giving an interview. Go stand in front of a mirror and speak something about yourself. So that is the first question which what every interviewer asks. Tell me something about yourself. And if you're not good with the first question, I think your whole interview is gone. It is this is it's There's a famous quote saying that if you can't impress the interviewer in first 10 seconds, then you are out. So
Hmm.
yeah, so I think it's very important to be confident in the first, at least in the first phase of the interview, wherein you introduce about yourself and then you speak about your own achievements. The key is go stand in front of a mirror and tell something about yourself, and you can easily see that what mistakes you're making and also where you have to improve on. And still, if you're not confident, speak in front of your friend. I think friend is your best friend to assess if you're really up to the mark. Other than this, take gaps. Whenever you're giving some questions, make sure you take gaps. It's like, see, now if I took a gap, you are actually curious about what I'm about to say in the next minute. So take gaps before giving any answer, and then take a deep breath. If you're nervous or uh, if you're like confused what to tell, then take a deep breath. uh, uh, People are actually kind enough. Interviewers are also human beings, so they are kind enough and they understand that okay, he's not actually pretty confident. He is feeling a little nervous, so let's give him 5 minutes. So that is how even my interviewers were. I think everyone is the same because everyone are human beings. So these are two pro tips which you can follow so that you are confident in the interview.
Got it. Yeah, those will be really helpful. So any other personal experience you want to share? Any funny incidents?
Funny incidents. Yeah, I think I had one funny incident. This was in my second technical round. I had a question on GPS module. So I had worked on GPS modules wherein I was tracking the fleet trucks. And then when I told about this, the interviewer asked me if how would you implement a GPS system? This is just a general question. So I started giving some explanation about how I implemented, but he started saying that no, this is not how you implement. And then we had an argument saying that no, my method works. And then he said no, it doesn't work. So this is how it went. But then finally we ended up laughing. So yeah, I think
Okay.
that was one funny incident which happened. It's fine to happen.
Okay.
It's okay. Uh,
Oh,
yeah, good. It was good enough.
right. Yeah. So any important lessons that you want to share that you learned maybe along the way of engineering or with inter experiences?
Speak with your seniors. This is the first suggestion what I give to every student who is in college. Even though you're on first year, you keep contact with the seniors and look what they're doing. Uh, Before joining Informatica, I spoke with many of my seniors. That was a good pro point at my interview. So I could say that I spoke with people from Informatica. I know them. I know what your work culture is. So if you speak with people with the company who you're joining to, I think the interview is already in a good impression. Okay, he's speaking with the seniors because he is interested in joining our company. So it gives a positive attitude. So that is
Right.
one good suggestion which I give. Other than that, my experience would be concentrate on clearing the first round. I think that was one major blocker which I couldn't clear. For many companies, I couldn't clear the first round because I was not so good at verbal, or sometimes so not so good at aptitude. So that is where I failed.
Okay.
It is important to concentrate on PLR course. Make sure you do it. If you clear the first round, I think it will be easy for you to clear the interviews. Uh, that is the major hurdle what I feel. And other than this, third thing is concentrate on your projects. The first technical interview, I think in the 45 minutes of the interview, I spent around 30 minutes on my project itself. He was actually impressed by my project. It was a DBMS project, so, and Informatica is a data company. So of course he was impressed because I worked on a database project. And then this actually helped us to get a good connect. Work on your projects. If you're going for an Informatica interview, make sure you have at least one DB project. Even though you don't have, you try to stress on the other projects DB part. This is how it will help you to break through.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I want to add a few more points on this. Actually, I also attended the Informatica orientation, although I wasn't eligible for the interviews. I listened one point of the hiring manager, which he said like they're looking for candidates who are more flexible. Like that's one of the important traits they are looking for, and I think that was really helpful for me to keep in my mind for any of the other interviewers. So we should not be like, no, I like to stick to in my comfort zone or some particular technology or particular group of people. You should be flexible to what learning new things, being with new people, and collaborating in flexible manner. So I think that is one good tip. So do you have any other points specific to HR rounds, like as per your experience, you want to head on?
Yeah, flexibility is very important if you are an IT employee. So I was initially working on Java, and then I had to also work on Groovy project. So the Groovy is another programming language, which is actually a scripting language. So if you're flexible enough, you are exposed to more projects, and you can learn many new things.
And do you want to discuss about the HR on one incident regarding whether you are interested in higher studies or something, right?
Yeah.
Research part, yeah.
Research, yeah. So in the HR round actually was pretty long for me because I had many research projects on my back. So he was actually trying to grind me very bad, saying that you worked on only research projects. Can you really work on development, and can you really speak with people? Uh, I think when I spoke with customers, I got to know that it's a mixed bag. So I tried to explaining, saying that I like to work on both development. Also, I like to speak with people and socialize with people. Uh, so that is how I think I overcome the question, and yeah, it went well.
Okay, nice. So can you share us a bit about how was your onboarding experience, internship, and work experience, even in work from home currently?
Yeah. Um, I joined in Jan 2020 as an intern, as I said before, in at Bangalore. So I was there at Bangalore for 3 months. Onboarding was pretty smooth actually. So they gave us 15 days of accommodation at a three-star hotel, and then they gave us some relocation amount so that we can pay our advances for houses or PGs. After this, after 6 to 7 months of internship, I was converted into full time, and then even the full time boarding was pretty good. They also gave allowance for keyboard, mouse, monitor, headphones, webcam, etc., which are required for remote work. Um, Other than this, I think Informatica is a pretty good place to work for because you have good flexible hours. People are chill. At your own capacity, you can start working, and people encourage it. Uh, Speaking about facilities, at the office, I think morning breakfast was there for us. Lunch was free. Dinner was free, and we had an internal inside gym, cab facilities if you are working late. Lots and lots of them, yoga, and also snacks. Lots of them. But so once you join Informatica, you get to know you have a lot of
Yeah.
perks.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I
it was
think, yeah, definitely it will be a motivating factor for candidates who are looking forward to
mm,
join.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Vineet. I think that's all we had planned for this session. Thank you for being with us.
yeah. Thank you. It's my pleasure to speak with you, Shashank. Yeah, good day.
Thank you.